So let's see how this works. All right, let's continue our discussion on Scleragraphics, which is the combining of the information from the sclera, the white of the eye, with the fine lines that appear over the reflex zones in the sole of the feet, and see how they can combine to give us specifically the type of program that we should be able to design for a person so that their bodies can initiate healing of symptoms. Now, the charting of the eyes only takes a minute or so, so here's what happens. Look straight up. I'm going to draw a kidney congestive line, a pancreas stress line, and a liver gallbladder stress line. And I've just done the abdomen zone on that side. I'm going to repeat the kidney stress line with some implications from the adrenals on toward the thyroid, and then the lymphatics through the spleen. Now look straight down. Up here in the head zone, we pick up some nerve and digestive information. Again, digestive, and a little circulation. What would be called circulation to the brain. Look over this way. I'm going to get some lymphatic information that's in the chest area and a little bit here in the lungs, showing a congestive pattern and a lymphatic pattern that runs all the way through the pleura. And look over this way, and we're going to take stock here with the thyroid, and we have a thyroid line, and then some back structure and neck structure, nerve impingement lines. Look over this way. We pick up the thyroid again, and again the back structure with the neck. Look over this way. And we pick up a cardiovascular line, some cardiovascular congestion, and again it reiterates the circulation to the brain. Now these are the big challenges that the body has to deal with. This is the innate blueprint of where attention should be paid. And so we can get further information about why there might be, let's say, kidney stress or circulation stress, and this can come by comparing to the feet. Just go ahead and prop your feet right there. So we have the eye chart, and now we're going to look at the fine lines in the soles of the feet. Now, most people have heard of foot reflexology, and they know that if you press here on the foot, you can give support to the bladder or the kidneys or the lungs or the liver. And so we're going to just look at some patterns here, and then we'll show you close up what I'm drawing. But here the feet specialize in revealing bacteria and virus and fungal involvement and even worm parasitic involvement. And basically I'm doing some quick artwork, and we are picking up considerable lines here over both kidneys. That would parallel what we saw with new information. We find, like in the sclera, the heart is fine, but the circulation from the heart up into the head is a concern. We pick up the mineral integrity, of which there's some mineral imbalance, and we look for protein integrity, which seems to be really good. We do pick up a little bit of some glandular fatigue. And so in this short amount of time, we're able to get the reflexive patterns that are reflecting the congestive patterns on the bioenergetic body. And there's also lymphatic, nerve, and blood information that makes these lines pattern the way that they do. And these lines will change as health conditions change. So I think we've spent less than three or four minutes, maybe certainly less than 5 minutes, to get a wealth of information, and that this information can directly lead to the proper design of a nutritional protocol that will greatly help a person improve their health. We saw in the charting demonstration that there was kidney stress by the congestion line pointed out there in the right eye, the lower quadrant, that made a congestive pattern through the kidney. That's not indicative of kidney stone, it's not indicative of kidney gravel, it's not indicative of nephritis, it's nothing more than a kidney stress pattern, a weakness, a congenital weakness of the kidneys. To add any further information goes beyond the scope of these reflexive sciences. However, when we look at the feet, we saw the line pattern that I demonstrated, the little Y's in there, and I mentioned that there was some chronic bacterial involvement. So this is a person that it's easy to get kidney bladder infections. And I mentioned already that this person is my wife, is known to me well, and that she did have a congenital defect of the kidneys. It was treated surgically, ureters were reimplanted, and that there is a long-term and susceptibility to the kidneys being susceptible to infection as well as the bladder. And so in supporting her with her health, we were able to work with the kidney herbs and kind of anti-infective herbs. And we did this many years ago, and we saw immediate response. However, it is a chronic and continuing, as I said, congenital issue, because when the ureters are implanted, they're put in a different place, there's a tipping and so forth. So the great aspect here is we know anytime we need to address this, it's antibacterial plus kidney support, and of course maintenance will help in that issue. The goal is not to make the lines disappear in this case, but to give support so health is always running at its optimal. So I hope that you enjoy the course called Scleragraphics. You'll find it quick and easy to learn, and you'll soon be doing what you just saw done, is understanding people and having a dialogue with the healer within. Thank you very much.